Sana 2011, siamo nella seconda giornata del Salone del Naturale, 23esima edizione. La mattinata si apre con il convegno che ragiona sul ventennale dal primo regolamento CE 2092 dell'anno 1991, che ha regolamentato per la prima volta il biologico, quindi ha spiegato a tutta Europa di che cosa parliamo quando diciamo biologico. Siamo qui con il signor Gerald Herrmann, uno dei relatori, che ci spiegherà appunto qual è stato il percorso del biologico in Europa da questa importantissima legge e quali sono le prospettive del mercato futuro. Mr. Herrmann, could you explain us the path of the organic field since the first law, the 2092, since then to today, which is the development the field made?
Okay. Yeah, so before 1991, before the regulation was passed, the sector was only regulated by private standards, and private associations and their certification was relevant. So many companies did not enter this market because they were not sure about their legal protection. So when the law came, the whole market made a major step forward because everybody now understood that there's legal security. And also conventional retail stepped slowly into this new sector of food business. So organic developed from beginning of the 90s rapidly, and today we see in Europe about 2% of the whole market is already organic. Some countries have reached higher percentages, like in Germany it's nearly 6% of the whole food market is already organic. And there were some other reasons why this market developed successfully. There were logos, official seals, national logos, but there were also then last year the EU logo was introduced. So step by step, with communication to the consumer, the market developed very, very nice.
Dunque, noi parliamo quest'oggi di un regolamento europeo, quindi ci interessa sapere quali sono i vantaggi di avere un regolamento comune a tutti gli Stati membri per quanto riguarda il campo del biologico. So, which are the advantages of a common law for all the member states in Europe about organic market? So, common standards.
I think the major advantage is, again, legal security, and with legal security you have access to the markets, and that's a major problem when we talk about international markets. There are market barriers due to the fact that there are minor differences in the regulations. So if you have a regulation in Brazil, you want to enter this market, oh sorry, you are EU organic, yeah, but we have some additional requirements. But within a European market with about 300 million population, for everybody the playing field is the same. So whether you're in Sicily or whether you're up there at the polar region of Norway, everybody has the same rights and the same duties, and that makes it very favorable for developing the market further.
E quando parliamo di Europa, naturalmente parliamo anche di rapporti con gli stati che non fanno parte dell'Europa, quindi magari gli stati esteri come i paesi asiatici o americani, quindi vogliamo anche sapere quali sono poi i rapporti dell'Europa con gli altri stati non membri, appunto. What about the states which are out of Europe, like Canada, for instance, or Japan? Which is the regulation of this relation between states in the organic market?
Yeah, as I already made this example with Brazil, there are countries in the who have a negotiated a bilateral agreement with the EU Commission saying that they are accepted, like India, like Argentina, and since early this year, also Canada and the EU have signed an agreement. So when an equivalence agreement has been established, it is easy for everybody to just export or import products from the other region. Basically, it is like within the EU itself. But there are other countries or regions, the US, Brazil, Japan, their laws are either differently structured, even if the content is basically the same, or there are minor differences. And negotiations between the US and Europe, the two biggest markets, are going on since 10 years. And now we hope finally that they will sort it out. But for trade and for farmers, for processors, it's always a barrier to enter the market because they need an extra inspection and extra certification to enter these markets, and that's not very nice.
And, per concludere, vediamo quali sono le prospettive future del mercato del biologico. So, which are the future perspective of the organic market?
I'm convinced that the organic market will grow further. But we need to reach out to the consumer, and we have to tell the consumer what are the arguments in favor of organic. But with sustainability everywhere, with climate change everywhere, with all the problems we have in future with the change of our earth, of our environment, our living conditions, organic is the way to go because we have all the arguments. So I'm convinced that if we have still 98% to go, this is what we have to aim for. I don't like to aim for let's reach 5% or 10%. I have always been convinced that we have to think about how to reach the 100%.
Thank you very much.